Mr. Schmidt, Mr. Schumer. Mr. Scott of Florida, Mr. Scott, South Carolina. Mrs. Shaheen. Mr. Sheehy, Ms. Slotkin. Ms. Smith. Mr. Sullivan, Mr. Thune, Mr. Tillis. Mr. Tuberville, Mr. Van Hollen, Mr. Warner, Mr. Warnock, Ms. Warren, Mr. Welch, Mr. Whitehouse, Mr. Wicker, Mr. Wyden, Mr. Young. Senators voting in the affirmative: Barrasso, Blackburn, Bozeman, Britt, Budd, Capito, Cassidy, Collins, Cotton, Kramer, Cruz, Curtis, Daines, Durbin, Fisher, Graham, Haggerty, Hoven, Husted, Heidsmith, Kane, Kennedy, King, Langford, Lummis, Marshall, McCormick, Moody, Moran, Marino, Mullen, Murkowski, Ricketts, Rounds, Schmidt, Sheehy, Sullivan, Thune, Tuberville, Wicker, and Young. Yep. Senators voting in the negative: Baldwin, Bennett, Cantwell, Duckworth, Hirono, Kelly, Kim, Markey, Padilla, Hall, Reed, Sanders, Warner, and Welch. Mr. Hickenlooper, no. Mr. Bankside. Mr. Schatz, no.
Hey, what's up? Let's see what's going to happen. I pray folks can get back to work and get paid, you know? So I'm live. Franchot Pearson, welcome to Franchot Blue.
Ms. Klobuchar.
We are in the house watching the votes. A lot of reports from about 4 or 5 different news agencies and affiliates saying that it is a done deal. It will be passed tonight. However, it still will be a hurdle. A rough road ahead. We'll get into that. We'll see what happens with the vote. So yeah, 45-47. Let's see what's gonna go down. We're gonna want to see what this number is gonna be. I just decoded the football game today between the Commanders and the Lions. It was 44-22. Can you believe that? 44-22.
Right now, we are listening into a live vote for the Senate voting to end the shutdown. We're going to go ahead and let this play out.
Look at that score. Tell me that ain't what I've been teaching y'all for the last few years. Look at that. Trump was at the football game today. Look what happened. Look at that. Look at that, people. Look at that. One day closer to our Lord coming. Somebody say hallelujah.
No.
Somebody say hallelujah. 44-22. Barack Obama is the 44th president. The V on his head, not pet goat, is 22. Tell me it's not scripted to tell you what time it is in the world. Look at that football game. Trump was there today, and that's the score. These are the last days, y'all. Lord is coming. Let's be ready. Get right, stay right, get ready for the flight. All right, let's see what this vote gonna do. Hopefully.
Ms. Blunt Rochester, no. Mrs. Murray, no.
Oh boy. Look at that, look at that, look at that. In this shutdown, people go back to work. Get the world going back the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, get people back to work, all this stress on the planet.
No.
Come on, y'all, it's Sunday. Get this vote done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Get these people back to work. Folks, get back to work. Open this government back up. Get these airlines back together.
Mr. Van Hollen, no. Ms. Hassan, aye. Mr. Crapo, aye.
They have been back in session for about 45 minutes now, people. They've been back in session around 45 minutes. They're doing the vote count now. But a lot of affiliates and news agencies have said that it's going to be done tonight. Purple shirt in the house.
Mr. Gallego, no.
I pray they have the votes
Mr.
to do
Schiff,
it.
no.
Pray we get it done tonight, people.
Mr. Scott, South Carolina, aye.
We get it done tonight, they'll come back in session in a few days and make the final vote, which should be a slam dunk. And probably take about a couple of weeks for people to get their checks, but at least they know they got it coming. And their back pay, to get the back pay too. That's a beautiful thing. Got people in the comments section saying, keep it shut down. What's that about? People got mortgages and rent. This is more than just food. This is healthcare, food, and employment. We better than this. America got a lot of money. We got a lot of money, people. We can iron this thing out little by little.
Mr. Tillis, Aye. Mr. Justice, aye.
Mr. Justice, aye.
Ms. Cortez Masto, aye. Mrs. Shaheen, aye.
We are here, we are live. Thank you guys for joining me on a short notice. I've been tracking this thing off and on all day, and then I ran the numbers. And I said it should be done tonight because the snake eye numbers of 111 kept showing up. If this happens, people, this is mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I'll show you the decode a little bit later for those of you all who haven't seen the video. I did a video saying it should be done tonight. It's amazing how they're speaking in these last days, but they're speaking. They're definitely speaking. They're definitely speaking, people. They're telling us what's going on. I am going to go to a new box. I want to show you guys the video. You guys can check it out a little bit later. I'm Franchot Pearson. Welcome to Franchot Blue. We teach the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors, the carpet, time, and conclusion. This is the video where I made a decision. I said, looks like government shutdown ends today. Snake eyes, 111. Here it is here. Looks like government shutdown ends today. 111. I did this video a few hours ago. I should have done it earlier because I was working the numbers and I finally put it out there. It appears that this shutdown ends tonight. They're telling us through the numbers, people. Which means we don't really have a government. We have an ancient Egyptian, Phoenician government running things. They're just not going to tell you. Get this vote done so people can go back to work. People can go back to work. People can get their money in these grocery stores. A lot of mom and pop stores are suffering right now, so I'm sure they're waiting with bated breath. Hopefully that some of that money can come in so they don't have to be stressed out about making money in these small grocery stores. A lot of these grocery stores, mom and pop businesses, they depend on this SNAP money coming in. So let's see what happens. I don't know what that vote count is. Let me go to somebody right quick and see if I can hear something else going on. Let me see here.
The question.
This is Brett. Mr. Bud, Ms. Cantwell.
I should have taken more of a step to look at that. It said, Republicans need 5 Democratic votes to reopen the government. I mean, it literally says that in the AP story. I don't know why it said that, if they need more than 5 votes.
Mr. Tillis, aye. Mr. Justice, aye.
Okay, he's got the same information I got, so. Get this going again. Commercial.
The Chevy.
Then we'll wait it out, get an update. Okay, 7:48. They've been voting now. They've been back open for 48 minutes. Hopefully they get this vote done very soon. And
Mr. McConnell, aye.
And we can get a count. Mitch McConnell said aye. He's retiring. He won't run for office again. He's a real older guy. He's fallen down recently. This is Mitch McConnell here, I believe. This is Mitch McConnell. I think this is him right here. Mitch McConnell, been around a long time. Carolina in the House.
Mr. Whitehouse, no.
I wonder why this count takes so long. I wonder why this count takes so long. She's in red. Don't know if that means anything. Hopefully not. A lot of folks standing around, waiting around. I did see an update from Trump a little while ago, but I'm not so sure. I knew that this thing was close when Trump, I think it was yesterday, when Trump said the other day, everybody should get to Washington, D.C. So that's when I knew things were close, that they would probably be real close. Trump says on the weekend, I'm kind of improvising. He said, get it done. So I kind of figured, so once I started looking at the numbers, I'm like, today could be the day they could get it done. That's Warnock. That's Warnock. He's been there about 3 years. He hasn't been in Congress long. So yeah, we're watching the live show here. Let's see, get some volume going on. They're doing a count. I don't know what count they're at, but they've been counting for about 40 minutes. See what happens. I'm praying people get to go back and get the money. And if there's any waste, fraud, and abuse, gut it out. But I think a lot of people have learned their lesson, that they're going to do right and save some money in case it happens again. It's not over with, people. I'm going to look at my notes right quick. I'm going to read my notes, what I have, what I heard so far.
Mr. Hawley, aye. Ms. Ernst.
So it's my understanding if this thing goes through, the entire government will be funded for a whole year. I'm sorry, through January 30th. I'm looking at my notes. So yeah, according to my notes, the last thing I heard about 45 minutes was that the total government will be funded through January 30th. January 30th. Parts of the government will be funded for a year, which will still be a handicap. So the full government will be funded through the 30th of January. Part of the government will be funded through the year, for a year. This is the compromise that they've got. That's what that they're that they came up with. They'll make a decision on Obamacare through a vote in December. A lot of people I read, they don't like that. They say they should have got it done now, but a vote will be taken in December about extending Obamacare. So we're not out of the woods yet, people. It's like they're getting through the holiday, Thanksgiving and Christmas. Just enough to get by and then bring the blues back. So we could be right back into this thing sometime late December, early January. People that lost their job during the shutdown, they voted to get their back. They voted so they could get their job back. So that's good. So again, people who lost their job during the shutdown will be reinstated according to this information. And back pay as well, and back benefits through SNAP as well. Somebody said they got their SNAP dividend check today,
Mr.
$2,000.
Grassley, aye.
I don't know about that. They giving out SNAP dividend checks already? I don't know. Person said they did. Anybody get a SNAP dividend check? Anybody know anything about that? I haven't heard anything. So much to keep up with. I'll have to check it on the alphabet news agencies to see what's going on. So yeah, Obamacare got to be voted on again in December. And that's making people raging mad right about now. Can you blame them? Because you're on pins and needles not knowing if you got to save money because
Slotkin, no.
your premiums could go up. What a government, right? They're going to give you a little bit reprieve for what, 30, 50 days? Then they got to make another vote to see if they're going to go up on your premiums. That's stressful, people. That's stressful. I mean, even if the premiums go up double, that's stressful. That's too, people don't have that kind of money. This is crazy, people. I feel like I'm looking at somebody's nightmare economically. These insurance companies got too much clout, people. I said that in the video I said that in the video this past week. These insurance companies, they got too much money and too much clout. They got one of the biggest lobbies in America.
Mr. Ossoff, no.
This is just ridiculous. It's just mind-blowing, people, how this country works.
Mr. Schumer, no.
Say $11.96 for crap coverage. I hear you. When I got divorced and I went to get Obamacare before I started working a credible job again. It was the price of a studio apartment in Chicago. It was like eight something. I'm like, I'm not paying. I went on the I forgot what it's called. Their website, the marketplace, whatever you call it. And that's the best deal I could get. So I got health insurance through my employer. But this is, people, nobody can afford that stuff. It's already high in certain parts, Obamacare. They're killing the economy. Inflation. So Trump wants to give out $2,000 checks. I'm sure the average person would take it. As long as it comes from the tariff money, it should be okay. If it comes from regular, then it's going to make inflation, because that's what Joe Biden's stimulus check did. It really didn't help the economy, it caused inflation. So we got to watch when they say spend money, we got to make sure they spend it right. So yeah, we're waiting on this vote to come through, people. We're gonna have to be patient. I don't know how long this thing's gonna take. I want to try to wait it out. But they're saying that this procedural vote should get it done. They believe they had enough votes to get it done tonight, so people can go back to work, people can get their SNAP, get these flights back together, people waiting on money, waiting on checks to pay their car note, pay their mortgage, pay their rent. There's a lot on the line right here, people. I hope they're not faking and shaking.
Mrs. Gillibrand.
They were called.
No.
They were called back Sunday for this vote. Now you do have a few people who are against this because they don't like the health care. They don't think that in December it's going to make any difference. You got a few politicians. I did a little research when I was doing research earlier. They're like, if this thing comes up for a vote, we're going to say no because we don't want to have our constituents have this health care premium go up. But right now, my understanding is that they're going to look back into it in December. So that's only 50 days, people. 50 days is not a lot of time. Why they gotta wait? Why can't they just get these insurance bills down? I don't believe in socialism, but I believe in realistic capitalism. That's how I'm built. Right now, we got capitalism gone amok in this country. We're not essential. We don't matter anymore. And healthcare is driving up a lot of costs for families. I would bet that healthcare and rent are probably the two highest bills that people have, unless they have some type of medical emergency. That's not fair. That's not right. In a country as rich as ours,
Mr. Booker, no.
in a country as rich as ours, we shouldn't be paying all this money for healthcare. It's just ridiculous. It's too lopsided, and it's just a shame. I did some research a few months ago. There are a lot of senior citizens who had issues because of what happened 4 or 5 years ago. I don't really want to get too far into that and get in trouble, but people who had illnesses 4 or 5 years ago, because of what? People went bankrupt, y'all. People's whole life savings went because of what happened 5 years ago, and those people in this field, they've made billions, if not trillions of dollars. So I don't understand it. Then again, I do, and it's allowed to happen. And I don't care how big the lobbyists are. The thing should be gutted out and redone. And shame on these politicians for allowing this industry to get this far out of hand. Shouldn't be costing that much to be well. Should not. It's a sin before God, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, I'm Franchot Pearson, welcome to Franchot Blue. We are waiting. We're waiting on the Senate to do a vote, and hopefully it will pass. Hopefully it will pass. I'm going to go to another station here, see if this guy has heard anything. It's a waiting game.
Cortez Masdale, aye. Mrs. Shaheen.
It's a waiting game.
Jackie Rosen is a yes. She is a Democrat from Nevada.
Well, here it is.
So there are now enough Democrats voting yes to pass this. Although I don't know that Fetterman has voted yet.
50 to 27. That's what that says. How come they don't have it up here on this board here? What's up with that? 50 yay, 27 no. I think it's 50 you need to pass it. I think it's 50. Let me see. Let me get to another outlet. This doesn't make sense. How come they don't have a, let me see. Senate vote tonight. Okay, that's the same guy. Let me get somebody new. Senate vote.
When you pay rent with bills, you're
I want to get where they have it on their screen. Here it is here. Here we go. Okay, that's better. 56 to 40. Somebody help me out here. What do you need, 50 to make it work? Somebody know what the rules are? I think it's 50. I think it's 50. So yeah, it said 56. That's a beautiful thing. They need 60? We need 60? Okay, thank you for the update. We need 4 more, people, 4 more. I'm fighting for the people. I'm fighting for the people because it could be us, people. It could be us who working at TSA. It could be us working as airline controllers. It could be any of us who have a small business that depend on SNAP recipients coming into our business. Any of us could be going through stress right about now. And 9 days into this thing, that's about what, 20%? 20% of your business so far is suffering in terms of dollars. That's not good. We need to get these last 4 votes in, get this thing done. Don't know why it takes so long. Yeah, the soldiers need to get paid. I want the people, I want America to work. I'm not demonetizing anybody. I want the country to work. And I do want waste, fraud, and abuse to be done, but not this way. So I ain't here to argue. I'm here to keep America going because eventually, if money stops in America, it's going to affect us. It will trickle down to us. If 10 to 20% of the flights are not going on in these big cities, people are hurting financially. That's just a reality. So we have to get money going because America is business. When American business stops, a lot of things are affected. And unfortunately that people have become dependent upon it, sometimes through no fault of their own. People do have issues in terms of health. We do have senior citizens. We do have people in the armed forces. We do have people in TSA. We do have people who are air traffic controllers. We do have people who are down on their luck, who need a little hand. And we do have many of the moochers. I get it. But the majority of people who are getting aid, they're not moochers. But I'm sure this taught a lot of people a lesson, and that is go to work, get a job, save some money, because you never know when the government might pull something. You just don't know. You don't know. And people are still losing their job as we speak. Layoffs are happening about every 10 days. You hear about a company. So we can't be too high and mighty about what we got versus what somebody ain't got. This is the generation where when you pull one string, it could be a domino. So yeah, it has been an hour and 7 minutes since Congress has been back in session. HR 5371 in the House. So far we have 56 to 40. It's my understanding that the government will be fully funded until the end of January 1st. And for a whole year, partially the government will be funded. That's going to be a headache. They'll make a decision on the healthcare thing sometime in December. So in 50 days, they got to go back into that. People who lost pay over all this time off, they'll get their money. And people who were fired during this period, during the shutdown, they'll get their jobs back. That's what this whole compromise is about. It's not the best compromise, but it's something to start. And we just plead the blood of Jesus over this thing. And we pray that people will get back to work and be blessed. We can bless each other the way God intended. It's not a perfect country, people. It's not a perfect country. We don't have perfect people. We have a Congress that's compromised. We do have Look, we got people that look like us, running around looking like us, but they're serpent children. I get it. I've been preaching that for years, way before I started YouTube. But I believe in the Spirit of God, and I believe in doing the right thing, and I believe the Holy Spirit has power, and we call upon that power, because it's a fight, baby. This is the generation where you have to fight. Nothing you take for granted, nothing, because it can change in a heartbeat. So we have to call upon the name of Jesus as if it's our last breath. So far we have 56 to 40. And they're stuck for some reason, or I guess they're taking a timeout. I don't know what it is, but they haven't made a vote or a roll call in about maybe 10 minutes. So we're gonna wait a little while and see what happens. We're gonna wait a while and see what happens. I'm not gonna clown tonight, so I hope you're not telling me to shut up, because if you do, I'm getting rid of you. So if you're telling me to shut up, you need to go, because I'm gonna shut you up. Have some respect on this channel. We're grown. Act like you got some sense. Don't talk to people like that. Do not talk to people like, don't disrespect people like that. It's not right. It's not nice. If God was right here, he would smack you. So act like you got some sense. People say anything on the chat. Don't you love people? Don't you know how to love people? Ain't nobody done nothing to you, telling people to shut up. Ain't that something? So we pray for this country. We pray for people. Everybody shouldn't be having babies, but hey, it is what it is. And everybody shouldn't be have 2 or 3 different women giving them babies. Maybe this will wake some people up and stop running the street, making all these babies, and start being more responsible. Sometimes we gotta hit tough love, baby. And I pray that this will wake a lot of people up, wake a lot of men, a lot of women up, and say, you know what? I can't be having no more babies, because we don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully this shutdown wake a whole lot of people up. I pray it will. I pray it will. Although those babies belong to God, God is not intervening every second, because now somebody got to feed them, somebody got to bathe them, somebody got to clothe them, somebody got to love them. So hey, the bottom line is, you don't have more babies than you can afford. We do it God's way, wouldn't have this mess. The government is not dependent. We can't depend on this government. We got to depend on you and you and you. Use some good sense, good judgment. Use some good judgment. Stop having all these babies. Everybody say they love you. Everybody who lay down with you don't love you. They'll leave you in a heartbeat. You out there raising that baby by yourself, man or woman. It happens every day. So God wants us to be responsible as human beings and responsible as parents. And unfortunately, it takes something like a shutdown to make us act right. So hey, it's been a while, but hey, hopefully this wakes a lot of people up. I know a few people who are in situations, and hey, they regret it, but hey, they're here. And shout out to all the churches and volunteers and organizations who helped, and I pray they get this vote. Right now the vote is 56. You guys said the vote's got to be 60. We pray it gets to 60. But shout out to everybody who helped out, people who need. You guys saw the videos all over the country. People in their cars, blocks in the cars a mile long trying to get food. People walking down the street 3 or 4 blocks long trying to get food. A lot of these food pantries, a lot of volunteers. Some people do this all year. Shout out to them. God love you for volunteering, being a good person. We just want to tell you thank you. Thank you for being an angel. Thank you for being an angel to somebody. Food, being there for somebody, you never know what they're going through. Just that little morsel of food to get them through the next 2-3 days or a week. Keep them from stressing all day. So yeah. So thank God that people came through. It's a beautiful thing when I saw those videos. It's a beautiful thing. And I pray that we have people here in Chicago, they're doing the same thing. It's a beautiful thing. It warms my heart, and I know that it warms God's heart that people are coming through, because it's cold in Chicago. We reached down to 35 degrees today. It's gonna get cold. We're almost in our winter month. All right, people, so we have 56 yay and 40 no. I don't know why they're in a, I guess, time moment where they're just chilling out. Maybe you had a coffee break or a potty break. I don't know what they're doing. I want to go to another feed, see if anybody else got something going on. Let's see. Oh, this guy looks like he's done for the day. Let's see. Man, is he frozen? I don't know what's going on with that. Exit page, wait, not responding. Let me go back to mine. Oh, snap. Well, mine is still up, thank God. Okay, let me see where his is at. Let me see what's going on. Okay, there he is. Okay, so he's up to date. He got the same thing I got, 56 to 40. Well, right now, people, there's nothing going on. Yeah, Angels of Hope. Yes, Angels of Hope. They need 60 votes.
Melissa B says they need to hurry up. We have the Sunday scaries.
I know, right?
Our viewer Mark Sure says, how long do they wait? I do not know how long they will wait to vote.
Yeah, how long do they wait to vote? That's a good question. I think JR, let me see. I think JR investigates. I think he's covering it too. Let me see. I think JR is covering it. Let's see. See if he knows something.
Thank you for coming in and stopping by and watching with us as the government possibly will be reopening tonight.
Yeah, nothing going on, yeah. Look at that, people. Tiffany Blue and Purple. Look.
42 million that were on SNAP.
Tiffany Blue.
SNAP benefit.
Tiffany Blue and Purple together. There's JR. JR investigates.
Military funded.
Well, people,
workers will be getting paid again, including TSA agents.
It's a waiting game, people. I don't know what they're waiting
Air
on.
traffic controllers.
What are they waiting on?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's waiting, people. What's going on? Just waiting.
Our viewer Polit CRT thinks that the senators who have not voted are trying to get something.
Oh, so they're negotiating behind the scenes, these last 4 votes? That makes sense. That's possible. They got it close, and now some negotiations are probably going on in the background. They're trying to knit and tuck. Isn't that something? Are they trying to knit and tuck this thing? Trying to get some things done in their district before they give their yes vote? Is that what this is all about? It's probably right. That's probably why it stopped.
Keep your eye out for Mike Lee, Rick Scott, John Cornyn, and Ron Johnson.
Boy. Let me update this thing right quick. 56 to 40. All right, we're just waiting, people. They're probably negotiating some issues, people. That's what they're probably doing. They probably got some standouts where they're, you know how politics go. They probably maybe somebody don't like what's going on in their district. Or maybe they're trying to get something done or change the dates. Right now, the government will be funded for another year, but only halfway, only half the money. We'll get the details, I'm sure, later on. It can reopen as soon as possible with 60 votes. It'll be fully funded till January 30th. I'm going to read my notes again. Just hold tight. Let me go back into my notes. These are notes from like 2 hours ago, so don't hold me to it. Let me look this up again. So who knows? They might change this thing. The government will be fully funded to July 30th, to January 30th. The government will be fully funded until January 30th. The government will be half funded through the year, so that's crippling. So 12 months, I'm assuming from today, it'll only be 50% funded. They got to figure out where to get the rest of the money from. A vote will be made by the Republicans in December on health care. That's 50 days from now. That's stressful. That's very stressful. People who have been fired will get their jobs back and get their back pay. So that's the nuts and bolts of it, people. That's the nuts and bolts. You guys got anything else? Put it in the chat. But right now, it's been stuck on 56, I want to say for about 20 minutes. I don't know. I guess they're negotiating. That's the only thing I can think of. I would have to find another outlet that's talking about this thing. But right now, there's nothing popping. 56 to 40.
I can't see Mike Lee saying no. I can't see Ron Johnson saying no, and I can't see Rick Scott. All four of them, I think Rick Scott is the least of the four to say no. Rick Scott. I would see. I don't know if I could say all four. Which one would be the one I would say?
I've got 8:22 Central. 8:22 Central time. 8:22 Central time. And they are stuck on 56 to 40. Just want to put your hand through the monitor and scream, come on, let's get it done. What's the holdup? But who knows? It might be a more positive outcome. Maybe they'll fund the whole government for a whole year. Maybe they'll pass the Obamacare and tweak it where the premiums can go down. Wishful thinking, right, Pearson? Who knows what they'll do? But I've already listened to a few commentators. They're raging mad about another vote having to be made in December. That they should have fought more because the election on November 4th should have been a referendum, and they basically had the Republicans on their heels. That's a strong argument. That's a very strong argument. When you look at the November 4th election, I would argue and say they do have the Republicans on their heel, and they can push to get some things done in their favor. You know, so who knows, people? Who knows? Who knows? But right now it's stuck at 56. And I've got 8:23 Central Time. I thought we'd be done by now. But I guess we got turtles in Congress. It's got to be some backroom deals going on. I hate to use the word deals, but maybe there's some negotiation. Who knows? Maybe some shouting matches. Who knows? But they're stuck at 56. We need 60. You guys are saying need 60 to get it done. We're close. It's a nail biter. But you guys saw the football game earlier. I showed you guys the football game. This was very revealing earlier. Look at that. 44-22. Detroit beat Washington. 44, Barack Obama, 44 president. And 22, the 22nd letter of the alphabet is V. And Barack Obama got that V on his head, and I pet goat. They're telling you the future, as far as I'm concerned. And when I did my decode earlier, 111 keeps coming out. 111, snake eyes. We're in that moment. They're just sitting around. They're just sitting around. Is Trump talking right now? Should I look for Trump? Let me see. Donald Trump on shutdown live. Is Donald Trump talking right now? Detroit Lions versus, yeah, that was that earlier. 4 hours ago. Nothing currently. Let me go into here. Anything going on? Democrats reach deal to end government shutdown ahead of Thanksgiving. That's 4 hours ago. That's what that says. That's a report from 4 hours ago. It says it's a done deal. Look at that. Democrats reach deal to end government shutdown ahead of Thanksgiving report. Okay, well, why is there a stalemate now? Is that the wrong word? I don't have anything updated. Let me see here. Government shutdown update. I guess I better type it out. Got too many windows open. GOVERNMENT. Government shutdown. Update. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nothing. Oh, somebody's talking? Let me see what's going on. She talking? Wait a minute. Let me see. When was this?
Extension of these tax cuts has been dwindling. We are getting closer and closer to the time in which families have to decide whether they can buy their health insurance or not.
2 hours ago, people. 2 hours ago.
So my Democratic colleagues and I have been ready to work on this issue, on extending these tax cuts for months. With the government reopening shortly, Senate Republicans now finally have to come to the table. Or, make no mistake, Americans will remember who stood in the way. So I urge Speaker Johnson to finally return the House of Representatives into session and quickly reopen the government. And I urge all Americans in communities red, blue, and purple to continue to speak out about the importance of affordable health care.
She said red, blue, and purple. Wow.
Can get that critical care that they need. Thank you.
Thank you. And I thank my colleagues for their good work. The vote tonight, you heard.
Fifth Third Bank, please.
Oh,
I'd like to go to Fifth Third Bank.
Americans, hardworking individuals, seniors, children, were suffering. I know
I'd
in
like to go to
Nevada,
Fifth Third Bank, please.
particularly,
I
that
have a
is
deposit
based
to
on
make.
service.
Gosh, you're so smart.
Tourism and travel, we are doubly hit. Tariffs, bad policies of this administration, and the shutdown is having an impact on travel to our state and quite honestly across the country. But it wasn't just that. We have federal workers that were suffering, we have TSA agents, we have airport controllers, and we were seeing lines to our food banks in northern Nevada. These were lines that I hadn't seen since the pandemic.
Those will be
the
extended until
stories
next year.
were horrific. Seniors.
Democrats were hoping to get that out of the shutdown, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen now. The Senate says they're gonna vote on it,
Access to
but
food that they usually would get.
even if it does pass the Senate, which
One man
I think there's probably a
came-
decent chance it won't, there's no sign that the House is gonna have a vote on it, or that President Trump would sign it. Thank you, my miracle mama. Thanks, CJ Lars, 1399. Thank you, Sergeant Klein. A number of Democrats who voted no on ending the shutdown wanted to continue to insist on getting those subsidies extended. But enough Democrats have gone along with the Republicans here to end the shutdown. 8 of them.
We are at a stalemate, people. We're at a stalemate. 56. Still waiting on 4 more. I think they're doing backroom negotiation. That's got to be what's going on right about now. Because nothing's been going on for 30 minutes. This is crazy. There's nothing going on. They're just sitting around. Look at them, just sitting around. I wish they'd let us be a fly on the wall and go into those rooms where they're negotiating. They didn't get this close and now they ain't doing nothing. Every channel you go to, nothing's happening. Boy. Every station you go to, they're not doing nothing, just sitting around. Come on, man. I'm gonna go down the row. Nope, ain't nothing going on, people. I don't know, this is ridiculous. It's Sunday night, don't y'all wanna go to bed? What y'all doing, man? Vote the thing. Get her did, get her done. Let me tell you something. This is ridiculous. It must be some serious tug of war going on in these states. Gotta be. It's gotta be some serious tug of war. Hawaii's got a volcano? Wow. Wow. Hope they're okay. Hawaii's got a volcano going on, people. We'll check that out a little bit later. Wow, let me see. Nothing going on there. Everybody's covering it. People, there is nothing going on. CNBC, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, everybody's in on this tonight. And we're stuck at 56. Let me see, what is 56? Let me look that up in Gematria. What is the 56th day of the year on the Gregorian calendar? February what? Let me look. What's 56? Is there a message in this? 31, 30, 59, 58, 57, 56. That's February 25th. February 25th. Wonder what that means. That don't strike a bell. People, I don't know. I'll probably do another half hour. I'm going to heat some food up or something. I haven't eaten dinner. I thought we could do this thing and be positive for the people. But they've stopped the Titanic. They've stopped the ship. I don't know what's happening. But nobody's talking. That's all I know. Nobody's talking. Everybody's just waiting.
Including Angus King, who's independent.
Everybody's just waiting. $56. Nothing popping, baby. Nothing popping.
I still don't have any kind of firm reporting on what the big holdup is.
Yeah, what's the holdup? Right? What's the holdup? What they waiting on? Santa Claus not due till next month. What they waiting on? Man. Wow. We got to translate this thing into hours. 24 hours.
Yeah, some Democrats were having a little, some of the Democrats, I think the ones who voted yes are having a press appearance right now, but I don't have the access, I don't have the right to show that footage at the moment. If I did, I would put it on for you.
Yeah, they got everybody waiting, people. They got everybody waiting. Ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing happening, baby. They ain't doing nothing. Sitting around. There's nothing going on. I'm switching back and forth like a crazy man. Let me see what JR got. What you got, JR? We got nothing.
But no noise out on the floor.
Wow.
I wonder what the holdup is. It's very odd.
I know, right? What's the holdup, man? They gotta be doing some deals in the back. They gotta be doing some deals, y'all. Something going on. Somebody had a shouting match. Somebody wants something. Somebody might be mad about this. You know what they're probably mad about is the Obamacare. You got to vote on it in 50 days.
Gavin Newsom just tweeted one word: pathetic.
Pathetic.
That's what he tweeted. Gavin Newsom tweeted pathetic.
It is pathetic. It might be deliberate, though. This might be deliberate, y'all. This might be deliberate. Because, you know, there might be some holdouts, and people thought it was going to be a slam dunk and they could get it done. I'm speculating, of course, but I wouldn't be surprised if people are upset about this December vote. They gotta vote on Obamacare if they're going to extend it. That might be the whole holdup. That might be the whole thing. And can you blame them? Nobody wants their premiums to go up. That might be the whole thing, people. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I'm watching doggy videos by accident. Be quiet. Let's see here. I'm looking on social media, other social media, see if I can find something. If you guys find something in the chat about the holdup, let me know, because I'm on my other phone looking to find out what the holdup is. If anybody is talking on social media, I'm going through different social media trying to figure out why is this thing being held up. It might be, people. Look, to tell somebody in 50 days we'll make a decision on Obamacare, that's stressful. That can make the difference between should I go on vacation or not. Think about it. Because if your premiums are going to go up, you're not going to spend money on the New Year's. You might not spend too much money, right? So that could be the holdup. That could be the breaker. That it stopped at 56. I don't watch these hearings a lot, maybe 4 times a year. And to be honest with you, I might give it 45 minutes and that's it. That's about it. Because I'm like, it's like watching paint dry, right? I ain't got that kind of time. But this one is very important, and I'm rooting for America. I'm rooting for America. I'm rooting for America's economics. That's what I'm rooting for. Yes, we have waste, fraud, and abuse. I know people have been on a lot of these programs for generations. I know that. I'm in Chicago. But, hey, name me a business that hasn't been, or organization that hasn't been ripped off. I hate to say it. Waste is a part of business operation, people. Let's just keep it real. I didn't say it was right, but every business builds into it a percentage of waste. That's just the way business goes. And what I don't understand is that ever since America has been doing audits, waste, fraud, and abuse should not be an issue in our generation. I'm gonna say it again. I'm not saying KFC is the best, but I did audits every day, every week, every month, and every year. And my bosses did audits on me, okay? So corporate 500 companies do audits all the time. And I'm sure governments do too. Why do we need all of a sudden the Trump administration to come in with Elon Musk with a chainsaw and the guy from Argentina talking about let's go after waste, fraud, and abuse? That alone should make everything suspicious to everybody. Everybody in America should think suspicious, because how in the HE double toothpicks did it ever get to this point? Computers are talking to you now, right? The algorithm is talking to you, okay? And you can't convince me over the last 20 years with all this advancement in computers that people are that nickel damn slick that they are literally defrauding the government. They're defrauding the government because your lazy butt allowed them to, okay? I'm gonna keep it real. From what I know about auditing, we should not be in this predicament. This should have been done a few administrations ago. If anybody understands what I'm talking about, put it in the chat. I'm not trying to let them assault my intelligence, people. Okay? Because I've been doing audits all my life. And I'm sure a lot of you guys do business every day. A lot of you guys have worked multiple businesses. You know, well, almost said the word, you know, well, there ain't nowhere in the world we're supposed to have this much waste, fraud, and abuse. So what's it really all about? You feel me? So something up. They want to take the country down. That's what it is. They want to take the country down, people. Look, you got Elon Musk is barely at his business, but it runs pretty smooth. Think about it. That's what they say. All the businesses that Elon Musk is involved in, not millions of dollars, trillions of dollars over the last few years. I ain't heard nobody come up to him and say, hey, brother Elon, you got waste, fraud, and abuse. Now, you know his payroll got to be bigger than the government, I would assume. So if he can run a business pretty good, and you all have run businesses pretty good, and I know I have run businesses pretty good, I'm not feeling this excuse for now, all of a sudden, we got to cut. No, it's an excuse. Just take down America. That's all. God revealed it to me. I see it in the numbers. I've watched this thing for a long time. It's all part of the end time plan. But right now, we got to fight for what's here. And right now, we got folks who have been laid off temporarily. Folks ain't got no checks, right? Folks not getting no money on SNAP, and they snapping. We need to, we can do better. $40 billion to Argentina. That's a slap in the face. I don't care how Trump sings that Argentina song. Oh, we got to, no. This is the president that ran twice that said, I'm going to put America first. Ain't that what he said? I have to be eubonics tonight. Ain't that what he said? We're going to make America great again. And America first. Here, buy a hat. Buy a gold one. And now you're giving all this money away? Come on, man. You don't give them a dime. This is the problem with America. We being pimped. We being fed a line. And now we sit up here waiting on Congress to make a decision. It's deadlocked 56-40. And I'm ready to eat. And I'm getting the Angry Bird moment. I want America to open back up, and I want it to run as efficient and as proficient as our skills allow. I have met a lot of professional people which are good in their career. A lot of folks who work, they smarter than their boss. If you are, put it in the chat. I want to get you in trouble. But I know it's a fact. I have been around a lot of people who are smarter than their boss. And their boss even know it. So we got a lot of smart people in America and the world. So we can get things done, and negotiation isn't as hard as they make it out to be. It's just that there's a hidden hand involved. And these hidden hands and these hidden agendas, they can hurt a lot of people. Hurt a lot of people. So it's a waiting game now. 56, we're close. We're close. If this thing don't get done tonight, man, I don't know. I don't know. What a scare. What a scare. I ran the numbers. It should happen tonight. And right now, there's a pause for the cause. And I'm sure there's a lot of speculation on the networks as to what the pause is. And if it's not, if this thing passes tonight, it's going to be a whole lot of speculation and probably some solid information as to why there was a holdup at the end. And you say dirty politics, right? Yeah, they stalling, right? They making folks sweat. Adrian, I love you. Adrian, Rocky, Adrian, Rocky, Adrian, I love you. They messing with the people, man. It's the last minute, and they messing with the people. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. I know if I didn't get no paycheck the last few weeks, and I traditionally go out of town to the in-laws or whatever, there's some people take their vacation end of the year, and they ain't had no check. And they might be like, man, my premium about to go up if they vote the wrong way. I'm not going nowhere. There's a lot riding on this, people. There's a lot riding on this. I heard a lot of people on the social media saying they tried to talk to their landlord, and the landlord's like, hey, that ain't my problem. To a certain extent, you can understand it, but hey, business is business, right? You got to save some money for a rainy day, or downsize or something, because we live in a world that's not too sympathetic because the economy is rough and landlords are in the business of making money. And if the landlord only got 1 or 2 buildings, he or she cannot afford a delay because they have bills too. But if they own a few big buildings, they can probably, let you get by for about a month and pay them back. They might even waive the late fee. You never know. But
Mr. Johnson.
Oh.
Aye.
Oh, they back.
Hayes,
They back, y'all.
Aye. Mr. Scott of Florida. Aye.
We there. One more. Come on. One more. Come on, man. They got us waiting, y'all. They got us waiting. 59. They got 59. Come on, man. Let's get this done. Oh, man. Come on, baby. Let's get her did. Let's get her done. Everybody got 59. Everybody got 59. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Fast as lightning.
We just saw the other 3.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Fast as lightning.
Senator John Cornyn, Republican from Texas. He is the last one that needs to vote. Thank you, Jared. Jared says, can't wait for this to pass. Mandy on X says, this is ridiculous. Where is John Cornyn?
One more vote, y'all. Come on, man. Get it done. What y'all waiting on, man? And what these folk, man, these people, they can never work at McDonald's. They're not fast. Burger King, KFC, Wendy's.
Our viewer John says they got to him. Jamie Dupree. Jamie Dupree, who I follow, he's a reporter. He says, where is John Cornyn in capital letters? Jake Sherman with Punchbowl says, the question every reporter is asking right now is, where is John Cornyn?
No, where's the beef?
That's what I was just saying.
Where's the beef? Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Trucker says, search party for John Cornyn. One of our viewers thinks he was kidnapped by Bernie Sanders.
Oh, that's cute. You imagine Bernie trying to...
Maybe Cornyn was waiting for the other 3. And he was just like, well, I'm out of here until they vote. Now they have to go get Cornyn, maybe.
This is ridiculous. Turn my man on. See if you heard anything.
Everything you've heard about.
Come on, people. One more vote.
Getting around with us covering the Sean P. Diddy Combs trial with our suspense music when we were sitting there waiting while they were in the judge's robing room and chambers, similar to what we have here. 59.
59. 59. Oh my God.
Where are you at? Somebody being down. John Cornyn to John Thune right now. Do I look important to you?
Somebody getting a payoff, y'all. That's what it is. Somebody getting a payoff. Now we got what? We got 3 votes in 45 seconds. And now we gotta wait again? Come on, man. Surprise me. Let's get it over with. What are they? Somebody negotiating, man. The stakes are high. This is straight up casino. This is casino move here. You want my chips? You want my chips? $50,000 a vote. Pay me in the back room. Put it in a brown paper bag like the mafia used to. Show me the money. And you'll get my vote tonight. One more vote. One more vote. One more vote. Come on, man. Open the government. Let me see. What time is it in Washington, D.C.? Let me see. What time is it in Washington, D.C.? 8 o'clock? All right. What time is it in Washington? Somebody put in the chat. What time is it in Washington, D.C.? 9:54? Eastern time? 9:54? Yeah. What they doing, y'all? Can we write a quick book, 101 Reasons Why It's Taking So Long? Can somebody put that in the chat? Listen. What's this? So, can we start with this in the chat? The little entertainment. Give me 101 reasons why it's taking so long. Oh boy. One more vote. One more vote and we can get it done. Man. They probably taken a poll. They probably added up everybody and divided it by the number of people and got an age. What is the average age of the politicians there tonight? They better wake somebody up. I know a few of them sleep. A few of them in their 70s, isn't it? They didn't bring no pillows there? Call up the guy from Republican, My Pillow. We're not good Americans. We sit up here waiting on this thing. We could have been bringing them some cocoa. Could have got their little feet rubbed tonight. A little back massage. Get their little temples rubbed. Got us some of that expensive coffee from a place I'm not gonna name. You know what I'm saying? Borrow a few of those boxes of handkerchiefs that what's her name be using all the time. I'm not gonna name no name. Did I go there? borrow a few of those handkerchiefs from somebody who's been using them the last few weeks, right? With their so-called fake tearing up. Pearson, I think you better be quiet. Yeah, we could have catered to them, y'all. You know, if you be nice to the people, maybe they'll pass this vote. Get their little feet rubbed. You know what I'm saying? Could have sang them some Christmas carols. Get them some hot cocoa with some what's they got? Some spores. Get them some spores, right? Right? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. You know, just get it going on. You know what I'm saying? Get them in the mood. Slip something in their drink. You know how it go. You know how you do in the movies. Give them a little something to drink. What happened to all those girls that was at the Trump party? Don't they work tonight? Y'all remember that? I showed y'all last week. We had the what was that? The Halloween party at Trump's house. Don't them girls work tonight? Could have had them girls there, passing out champagne, right? we got to seduce the congresswomen and the men. Wouldn't have been the first time. What'd you say? I need 101 reasons why why this last vote is taking so long. Why is this vote taking so long? Is the last person asleep? Yeah, the last person probably asleep. You mess around and get one of them pills. You know they got them controlled capsules that they dissolve in your system, and once you out, you out. You're not gonna wake up till 8 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna be here till 8 o'clock in the morning because somebody in their 80s took one of them tablets by accident and went to bed. And that's the deciding vote, y'all. We ain't gonna never get up out of here. Those of y'all gotta go to work tonight, you better call in. Those of you all gotta work tomorrow, you better call in. We're gonna be here all night. Look at her. She want to lay down. Did you see her? Did you see her? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. One more vote. Should I refresh this computer? Is something wrong with my computer? It's ridiculous. One more vote, man.
Cornyn is standing next to Waldo from like, where's Waldo?
It's ridiculous. That's what they doing. Every day. They're trying to make me.
Thank you, BD.
It's ridiculous.
Thank you, BD. Fox News' Aisha Hasby, who covers Congress, so she's a Congress reporter. She says, has anyone spotted John Cornyn?
He's asleep.
So these congressional reporters, they don't know where John Cornyn is. I've seen multiple reporters I follow who report on Congress who say they do not know where John Cornyn is.
John Cornyn is asleep. I told y'all, somebody took a pill. We ain't getting no last vote tonight. Somebody slipped that boy a Mickey. He ain't getting up. 1, 2, 3. Ding, 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 ding. Y'all hear the bell? The man ain't getting up. The last vote, somebody gave him a Mickey. That's going to be the top headline tomorrow. Mickey, no vote. This ridiculous. Oh, thanks for the $2 love offering. Thank you.
Another thought I had is there some kind of thing that Republicans need to work out about the votes after, that they want to figure out now or something before Cornyn votes? So they're dealing with that. I don't know. Maybe there's something else going on.
Man, they sitting back watching Rush Hour 5. They ain't working. They watching they look. Trump sent them girls that was over there at Mar-a-Lago last week. That's what happened. All them girls that was at the Mar-a-Lago Halloween party, they was in the back. And them congressmen and women put their drink down and somebody put something in their drink, allegedly. That's what happened. Ain't gonna be no vote tonight, y'all. Ain't gonna be no vote. Somebody's asleep. They ain't getting up. Oh, man, y'all know somebody done something. Man, what they doing? Let me turn the volume up. Maybe I missed something. Yeah, somebody's asleep. Somebody better wheel him out there, hold his arm up and make him vote. Pop his eyelids open, make him vote. I know it's got to be a man. Women don't take that long. It's got to be a man. It's nighttime. Women ain't holding up. It's got to be a man holding it up. This is ridiculous. I'd rather be stuck back on 56. Now we stuck on 59. Are they trying to tell us something with these numbers, y'all? They're trying to tell us something. If they are, let me show y'all what it means. Look. It was what? It was 56 and 59, right? Let me see. 56, 59. Oops. 59. That's 115. 115 minus 365. That's how many days in a year? 250. America will be 250 years old July 4th. Are they trying to tell us something with this pause? Because it stopped at 56 and it stopped at 59. I don't know. But I know 250, that's America's birthday next year. What's going on? I need 101 reasons, like 101 Dalmatians, as to why we sitting here looking at people doing nothing. Oh, God. Is this really happening? Is this really happening? This is not happening. This is not happening. Oh, boy, this is not happening.
It has landed at Dulles. Is it Dulles Air Base?
Trump? Is that Trump?
Or Dulles Airport. Dulles Airport. So again, this was just posted 4 minutes ago by Al Weaver, who covers the Senate for The Hill. So I assume he knows what he's talking about. He says Cornyn was traveling back to Washington and has landed at Dulles Airport. Now, did he just land at Dulles Airport? Maybe he landed there an hour ago. I have no idea.
So they're waiting on one guy to vote? Anybody know where Dulles Airport is at? How far is Dulles Airport from the Capitol? How long we gotta wait? That's what this guy is saying. Let's do some investigation. Was it Dulles Airport? D-U-L-L-E-S Airport? Is that in Washington? I guess. Yeah, Dulles Airport. About 25 minutes. Dulles International Airport in Washington. It's about a 25-minute drive. So from what this guy is saying, evidently this guy is the holdup. And evidently he's going to vote yes. Oh, man. So we don't know. They just posted it, he said 4 minutes ago. And like he said, was he en route earlier? Or did he just get off the plane? So we got another 20-something minute wait, y'all. Traffic is always bad this time of night. He should get a police escort, right? You would think, right? All he gotta do is say, "I'm the vote. I'm the one that got to cast the vote." They should have had a helicopter, right? That's what they should have had, a helicopter, y'all. Yeah, they should have had a helicopter. Forget about that. Taking a cab. They should have had a helicopter. Football traffic. Oh my God, no you didn't. Football traffic. It's a wrap now. If it's football traffic, it's a wrap. Oh my God, I didn't think of that. Football traffic, you're right, football traffic. Oh man, are you kidding me? He should have had a helicopter. I don't know, y'all. They picked the wrong night to do this. I hate to say that. Oh, man. How come this dude didn't get there earlier, man? What's his problem? What was he doing? Maybe he had an emergency. Maybe he maybe he got married today. I don't know. Celebration. I don't know. I thought they was all there. I thought all the Congress people were there. See, at least they found him, huh? We are waiting on 59 to turn to 60. And I went on another YouTuber's channel, and his source said that, I forgot the guy's name, but there is a politician that is en route. We don't know if he just left the airport or left previously, but he is potentially the vote that they need to get to 60 so they can open up this government. How come they don't clone people when you need them? How long did it take to clone people? They could have just wrapped somebody up that looked like him. Yeah, he need to start running. They could have called his cousin. I think the guy's name is John Cornyn. I think the guy's name is Cornyn. Don't quote me. I think his name is Cornyn. Let me go back to this other channel. Let me find out.
Recently, we've seen some reporters report that he was flying in.
See, somebody said, like I said, look, helicopter on his channel. See, somebody else said helicopter. Yeah, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Showtime, by the way.
Everybody's anxious. Let's get this done, y'all.
Debbie mentions there could be a police escort.
Yeah.
Even so, I don't know how fast they're going to drive them.
Yeah, police escort. Yeah, police escort, helicopter.
Now, I wonder if they knew that Rand Paul was going to vote no. Maybe, it's possible that John Cornyn knew. No, sorry, not John. It's possible that John Thune knew he would have at least 60 votes. But maybe when they did the vote, they were hoping, well, maybe Rand Paul will vote yes, or maybe one more of the Democrats will vote yes. Because then it wouldn't matter what Cornyn did. But Cornyn's going to be the 60th vote.
So some guy named Cornyn.
I know Rand Paul has been a no, but Fox News today reported that it was unclear if he was going to vote yes or no today.
Wow. So it appears, people, this is what the holdup is. There is a politician that is en route, and we're all waiting. We're all waiting.
I'm getting the way you can take care of the guys most in the kitchen.
We're all waiting. That's him there, John Cornyn. John Cornyn. He's missing. Isn't that cute? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Just trying to have a little fun. That was look what JR put up. He put the politician on the back of a milk carton. That's cute. I'm gonna have to use that one. That's cute. I wish I had those skills. That's cute. He's on the back of a milk carton. This is the guy they're waiting on. So evidently, from when I'm listening to these other people, it appears that they thought they had enough votes, and maybe one or two of them went south. And now they got on the phone like, hey, John, can you get down here? I'm out of town. Well, where are you? We'll still Air Force One. I don't know what they did, but maybe he had one of those jets. They might have put him in an Army jet. But yeah, this is the guy that's missing. Have you seen me? This is the guy who is the tiebreaker. Now let me do some research. Where is John from? Anybody know? I haven't researched him in a while. John Cornium. John Cornium. And where is he from? He's from Texas? He's from Texas? Okay. Let me put his calculator. When did Texas become part of the United States? December 29th, 1845. Let me see if this thing was all planned to be like this. Let's see what the geometric calculator got to say about this. Okay, so we're taking Texas. Texas is the 28th state. December 29th, 1845. December 29th, 1845. Right? Let me do that right. December 29th, 1845. Let's see what we got. December 29th, 1845. Let's see if this is going to teach us, show us anything. This guy be the last vote. Okay. People, this is speaking already. Texas became part of the United States 12/29/1845. Today is 11/9/2025. That's 179 years ago, 10/14. But look over here, 315 days. If I put in the end date, that'd be 3/16, that means sacrifice. If I leave it like it is, it's 45 weeks. So let's do that. Watch this. I'm going to change the 1845 to 2025. If this guy is going to be the tiebreaker, this is unbelievable. Let me see. If you make this 2024, it comes out to 45 weeks. That's Trump. But if you make it 2025, look what you get. You get 50, like 50 states. What do you think? 50 states. Or if you make it 2024, you get 45 for Trump. Let me show you. Then I got another idea. We're going to take his birthday. The anniversary of Texas is 12/29/2024. Today is 11/9/2025. That's 45 weeks. Trump. That's what it says. I don't make the numbers up. I just use my head. He's from Texas. You guys said he's from Texas. Let's see if we can get an update, and then we're going to check out this guy's age. We still got 59 votes. All right, let's get this guy's age. His name is John Corn. Corn. Here it is right here. He was born February 2nd, 1952. He's 73 years old. 2-2. Oh, wow, 2-2. All right, let's look at it. 2-2. Let's put everything in the geometric calculator. Okay. We make it 2025. Well, if we make it, we got 9/11. We got 9/11, people. That's not good. That's his birthday. That was his last birthday. 2/2/2025. John Cornyn, his last birthday, February 2nd, 2025. Plus it's a 2/2. It's a 2/2. Look at his birthday, 2/2. What does that remind you of? The football game. The football game. Look, the football game. 44-2-2. Is that coincidence? And it's Washington Commanders, and they're in Washington. What are the odds? Trump was at this game today. 44 is Obama, allegedly. 2/2 is the V on the head in I Pet Goat. And now this guy's birthday is 2/2. So let's take the 2/2, 2025, from today's date. You get 9/11, people. That ain't good. Let's go back out of this thing. 2024 gives you that. If it's 2026, what do you get? Yeah, it's got to be 9/11. People, this is not good. If this guy here votes yes, and we get the 60 votes, it still spells 9/11. Because his birthday this year versus today's date gives you 9/11. That matches what I did in my decode earlier. That's deep. That's deep, y'all. All right, let's see where this guy's at. Still waiting. It is bad, ain't it? It is bad. I need to show y'all my decode from earlier. Man, this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. What are they doing here?
It is embarrassing.
Say definitively what flight he was on.
It's very embarrassing.
I don't know if the people who are posting that know for sure what flight he was on. There's people posting it.
So everybody
I don't know
else
if
is
they
there.
know
What
for
makes
sure
him
what
not
flight he
there?
was on.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, his name was John. That's a good point.
Thank you, Frosty Arctic Fox.
That's an excellent point. His name is John. Like John Kennedy. And, yeah. Decoding live by, that's right. You got to decode live sometime. This might not be an accident. This might be this might be a stunt to give us a clue. Because remember earlier what I did with my math? Let's look at my math. Yeah, it was 250. This is not good, people. 9/11. So it would go, if he votes yes, it's going to go through. But this is not good. This is showing something to happen soon. Is it in relation to this? Or is something coming? November is going to be a bad month. I just feel it, and the numbers show it. Plead the blood of Jesus. That's all I can do. What a crazy world. I wouldn't be surprised if they're using this to speak. I wouldn't be surprised. Trying to get some updates.
Does have a competitive primary coming up in Texas. Okay, so Aisha Hazmi. Now, why is she's saying this was step 1 of 5 to reopen the government? But I mean, I don't know how many votes there are tonight. Because remember, the House eventually has to vote, but that's in the coming couple days, and the president has to sign it. So that
Come on, people.
So maybe there's 1 or 2 votes after this. I'm not sure.
This is ridiculous.
They have to actually pass the legislation. Thank you, Tommy Carruthers from the UK.
So we're missing one person. We're missing one person. John Cornyn.
Today, air delays in this country have crawled. There was 10,000 flights today.
10,000
that got
flights.
delayed.
You hear that? 10,000 flights.
10,000 flights.
You hear what he said? 10,000 flights were canceled or delayed because of this daggone shutdown. That's a lot of money, people. That's a lot of money. That's millions of dollars. And it's going to get worse every day because people are trying to get business done before the holiday and they want to travel coming in next week for the holiday. And we're waiting on one person to vote. Isn't that pathetic?
Insanity.
This guy didn't get the memo?
But folks, this is just a step in that direction to get the, look. People sat down. So he could be on his way. He could be in here soon. I don't know. But I still think air traffic might not be fixed by Thanksgiving in a couple weeks.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. 59-40, we're stuck. And the decode doesn't look good. Wow. Let me see here. His birthday is 2/2/1952. 2/2, and he comes out to 9/11. The shutdown started on 10/1. That's 242. Let me see how that fares. There's got to be another way that this thing's going to speak. It's got to be another way that this thing's going to speak. It's probably going to speak through, I got to figure that out. Today is 9, let me see, 11/9. I wonder how his birthday looks in relation to Trump's birthday. 6/14. 6/14. All right, 6/14. 2024. What are you doing wrong, Pearson? 4, 6. Nothing there. January 20th. There's got to be another way for this thing to speak other than just that. So 11/4, Trump was elected. 11/4, 2024, 91. It's got to be another way. It's got to be in relation to, it's got to be in relation to the history of SNAP. It's got to be in relation to the history of SNAP. SNAP benefits when they started. Food stamps started May 16th, 1939. May 16th, 1939. May 16th, 1939, right? And the last shutdown was December 22nd. So we got some numbers to look at. 12/22 and why is that like that? I don't want that. That's that. May 16th. People, we are waiting to see what's going to pop off. Right now, nothing's happening. The vote count is 59 to 40.
This veteran.
And we're waiting on one politician to show up so he can vote. And he hasn't voted yet. So that's what we're waiting on. I'm gonna work on, give me a second for some numbers. I'm gonna look at something. And the rest of this guy's birthday. 12/22. 12/22. 5, 6, nothing there. How about 5/16? 5/16. 5/16. That's going to be 320. So that's not going to do anything for you. 4. So I don't see any other connections right now I can think of. I don't see any connections yet. So you guys say it's...
Yeah, so like, for example, he said in October, if I have this right, NBC News has story where Rand Paul said he didn't vote for the Democrat spending bill or for the Republican spending bill because they lead to an enormous amount of deficit. All right, let's see if I have any update for you about John Cornyn, who we are waiting for to show up. Oh, Bernie Sanders posted about tonight, guys. I'm going to show you what he said.
Wow.
Thank you, Ethereum GG, who said Cornyn was campaigning in Austin, and ironically has a tweet about his opponent, Mr. Roadshow, today.
So, is this thing going to pass tonight, people, or what? What are they doing? What are they doing?
Oh, by the way, like, watch this. This is pretty cool. If you'll know about this in the chat. Drop where you're from. Now look at the chat. We got one of the best chats on YouTube when it comes to conversation. Where are you from? Drop where you're from and watch the list. Here it comes, folks. Here it comes. Where's everyone from? Here it comes. Everyone's gonna say counts. Here he comes. Look. Boom, 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 boom.
People, we are waiting on John Cornyn. They're saying that he's going to be the one to get this thing done tonight. They're waiting on this guy to show up to cast his vote. That's what they're saying. That's what this is about. If this guy comes through tonight, we'll have 60 votes and we'll open up the government. That's the goal. And right now, they said that he was leaving the airport, and that's been over 15 minutes ago. So I'm waiting any second for them to say 60. Do the math on this thing. This thing started October 1st. Need to compute this into hours. How many hours from October 1st till now? Can anybody figure that out? That'd be a good number to look at. How many hours from October 1st till now? That might be a good number. Sometimes I challenge myself on crazy stuff. You never know how they're going to speak. This doesn't seem like this is This seems like this is deliberate. They're saying this guy was out of town campaigning. So what I understand is this. Let me kind of update some people. Sorry, I haven't done it in a while. The government will be funded fully. Let me get to my notes. Then I'll give you everything I have up my update. Let me give all that to you. Update. Okay. If this vote passes tonight, the government will be funded all the way through January 30th. And between now and December, they're going to take another vote, the Republicans, they promised, on Obamacare. So they don't know, they haven't agreed yet if Obamacare is going to, the premiums are going to double, triple, or stay like they are, or lower. But they're going to make that decision in December. Now, for a whole year, the government is going to be funded only half. And that's probably going to be a problem for some states. Everybody who lost their job during the shutdown are going to get their job back as part of negotiation with back pay. Jobs like TSA, airline traffic controllers, they're going to get paid in full. This is what I know so far. This is all I know. So right now we're waiting on vote number 60. And that vote number 60, they say will be in the form of this man right here. John Cornyn. They're waiting on him from Texas. Waiting on him. They say he left the airport some time ago. Don't know if he's in a limo, taxi, if he's getting a police escort, helicopter, I don't know. But I asked the people in the chat a little while ago, they say it takes between 20 to 25 minutes to get from the airport to the Capitol. But it's also a football night. I believe it. I think they're right. So God only knows. But we're closer than we were before. About 30 minutes ago, we were at 56 votes. And then we got 3 votes, I think 45 minutes later. And now we're waiting on one more vote. We get one more vote, we can get the government open. Tense moments, I'm sure. I'm sure you probably got 20 to 25% of America watching this thing tonight. Nationally and internationally. Because a lot of people are concerned about the economics of their country, of their state, of their friends and family. Unfortunately, something's going to be better than nothing. We can only go by what they're telling us, and they're telling us that we're waiting on this one politician to make a vote of 60. They get 60 votes, they'll open the government again. If they get 60 votes, they'll open the government. We're waiting on one more person to vote. And we've been waiting for an hour and 24 minutes, according to my time. And we got 3 votes about a half hour ago from 56 to 59. So we're waiting patiently for one more politician. It appears what they're saying is that they thought they had the votes, but Ron Paul and some others said no. And I read about that earlier this afternoon. that there were some officials said that they would not vote yes for this because of the Obamacare, because there's no guarantee. Hear me out. There's no guarantee that in December that they're going to keep Obamacare the way it is. That is, your premiums might go up, people. So the politicians are like, why would I vote for this thing and hurt my constituents? I've also read that the Democrats felt that they had the Republicans on their heels because of the election on November 4th. That's a good argument. So they should have had the 60 votes a long time ago, but who knows? Politics is usually about hidden deals like, look, I voted for something for you back in 2020, and you voted for me for something in 2025, and now you owe me. So who knows what's the holdup is, but it's come down to one person so far. I don't know if there are any other people they could have called upon, but right now, this is the guy they're waiting on. And if this guy says yes, it's going to be dancing in the city. He's from Texas. So we're waiting, people. We're sitting here waiting. It's dramatic, but it's sad. It's sad. So all we can do is wait. Let me go to some other YouTube sites and see what they got going on. If they heard anything. JR.
1 minute ago. So he's not in DC yet.
What? We need some information on where this guy is at.
Somebody just tagged me, and I appreciate the tag CFR Rob or CF Rob W. Said Schumer's holding John Cornyn hostage.
Chuck Schumer voted no.
It's funny. Good meme.
Just so you guys know, I looked and it said Chuck Schumer voted no. And
Silver alert. Silver alert. Where's the senator with the white hair? 71 years old.
They said that Chuck Schumer voted no, and that was to save face. But if he had voted yes, it would have been done by now. But we got to get that vote, people. When we get that vote after all this is over, we'll see who voted what and when. Okay, let's see what this guy's got.
Is en route.
I'm not an expert on.
But the reports are out. They've reached the deal. They've reached the deal. So he's gonna vote yes unless something. Well, unless somebody changes their vote.
So yeah, they say the thing's going to pass because they say this guy's going to say yes. He just has to be there. Where is this guy?
Nick Sorter tweeted out that John Cornyn, he was told specifically not to leave DC, but he did it anyway.
Oh, really?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why the heck was he in Austin, knowing that travel is a chaos right now and flights could be delayed or canceled, yet he goes anyway?
Wow, that's a good point. It's an excellent point. Did this guy know? Should have had his.
I don't get that. Like, all the senators were in Washington, D.C. this weekend negotiating.
Wow. Here's John Cornyn's birthday, 5/22. John Cornyn's birthday, 2/2/2025 this year. Barack Obama's birthday last year, 8/4/2024, comes out to 5/29. JFK was born on 5/29. That's interesting. That's interesting. There's got to be another thing that connects to this thing. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they are stalling. I think you're right. I think they're stalling. I think they're stalling. He was at the Texas Steakhouse? Or you just having fun, or was that true? I've heard reports a little while ago that he was campaigning. I don't know. He should have been in town. I think they're stalling. I think they're stalling. Stressing people out, right? Stressing folks out.
Got him on a milk carton today.
I like him on a milk carton. That's cute. Out of champagne? I hear you. Can you believe it coming down to one person? There's nobody else they can get the
Wesley
change.
Hunt put out again. John Quorum been whining about me missing votes, and now when the nation and our president need every ounce of leadership, the man's missing in action.
They can't strike a deal with somebody who said no there. That would be the optimal thing to do, right? That would be the good move to make. Find somebody who was in the middle of the road who finally said no and promise them something, and then have that person say yeah, and we can get this thing done. You know, back in the day, they had presidents and vice presidents, depending on what the issue is, they voted. Or they had a president like Trump. Remember Trump? I did a video a few months ago. Trump was trying to get the BBB done. Remember that? Remember when Trump was trying to get the BBB done? And he made all those phone calls the last 48 hours and got it done? Same difference here. I don't see any difference here. If Trump wants to get it done, he should be on the phone right now. We shouldn't be waiting on John Corner on a milk carton, worried about Nestle's Quick and Bosco. He's the lost sheep.
And people are just roasting him on his Twitter account, saying, "Oh, this
is ridiculous.
Like aged. It hasn't even been 9 hours, and this aged like milk. Oh, what an odd thing to say, considering you're Mr. No-Show and an extremely important vote."
This guy is not.
Nothing is more hilarious than a politician accusing his opponent of doing something he's doing himself, but worse.
This is ridiculous, y'all.
Yikes.
This is ridiculous. This is crazy. He right. This is crazy. Let me go to this guy again. I'm trying to get the gossip, trying to get the latest and greatest.
Of the mass firings of federal workers by the Trump administration since the shutdown began, and there will be assurance that federal workers will receive back pay.
Okay, so he's got updates.
AP did point out that final passage could be several days away if Democrats object and delay the process. I don't know that that's going to happen. The agreement does not guarantee that Affordable Care Act health insurance subsidies will be extended, as Democrats have demanded for almost 6 weeks.
That's the key, people.
The majority of Democrats do not want to move forward because that has not been given, but 7 Democrats and 1 independent have decided to vote with the Republicans.
That's the key right there. I believe that's the whole key right there. If they had done this thing a little bit different, it would have been done by now. In 50 days, the Republicans are going to decide in voting on Obamacare. Will they extend it, or will the premiums go up? This is why they couldn't get 60 votes this quick. This is a stick up when you think about it, and it's a cave in. Because what's the difference between 50 now and 50 days? When you think about it, the majority of healthcare CEOs are going to be on vacation, and the board of directors. Think about it. the people to negotiate the health care bill, who you have to talk to, you know good and well, sometime after the 15th of December, you won't see them until the second week of January. I'm just keeping it real. So now you're telling us, oh, we got it. He's in.
What happened? Did he just come in? Cornyn just voted. He just voted. Cornyn has voted at 60.
Yay!
Or did he vote from far? Did you guys see him? He has voted. They just said he voted. Looks like they're looking at him. Cornyn just voted. Breaking news.
He voted, y'all. See if we can get this. We did it. 60 to 40. He voted. Somehow he came in. Let's see if we can find this dude.
Senate passes key vote to end shutdown.
On this vote, the yeas are 60 and the nays are 40. 3/5 of the Senate duly chosen and sworn, having voted in the affirmative, the motion upon reconsideration is agreed to.
Amen.
Wow.
Amen.
Wow. It happened.
Wow.
It happened.
Hallelujah. Now what? The other vote should come through with no problem. 949 it came in. 949. Wow.
So now there are some other votes that need to happen. But that is, I mean, that's basically it, because they got 60 votes. If they need 60 on any of these other votes, they'll get it. So it's basically a formality to have these other votes now. I don't know how many they're going to have.
Finally got it done. Thank God.
Thanks, by the way, to Gary the Great and Seba.
Like a journalist or something like that, that can kind of break it down on the scene there.
Thanks,
And they look around and find out exactly what happens at this point. He made it.
He made it.
Never seen anything like that.
He spilled the milk. He spilled the milk.
It was crazy.
He spilled the milk.
All right, so no more debate.
Amen.
Debate stuff is over. They moved on from the debate.
Thank God. Wild ride. It was a wild ride, people. Yeah, they got to go through the House, right? They'll get it done. I don't think the House is a problem, from what my research told me. So yeah.
And it was about 10:48, something like that. After almost 40 days, Senate Democrats have voted to end their shutdown, which is the longest in U.S. history.
Yeah, I can eat now.
8 Democrats vote with Republicans to reach the necessary vote threshold to end the filibuster. But we still have another. This was just to end the. Now that media person got that wrong, so I apologize for that. Now it will go to a vote.
Wow.
But they're going to vote
John Bresnahan, who
to end
is,
this. But I'm going to find out if this
he
is.
thinks the shutdown won't end before Wednesday at earliest, because you're going to have a couple days for the House members to get back in town and vote on this. And the president to sign it.
So we'll be back Tuesday or Wednesday, people, for the House and then the president to sign it. I'm sure it's going to be the #1 story tomorrow, so you'll get more detail. But we
Okay, now Aisha Hasmi of Fox says that they are trying to come to a time agreement so Thune can quickly move this to final passage. So we'll stick around for a little bit and see. Maybe we'll see another vote soon. I honestly don't know what the schedule is tonight. I mean, you just heard Chad Bergram said it could happen soon or it could take a while.
I'm not politically savvy. What are they talking about now? Anybody know? What are they talking about now? What in the beanstalks are they talking about now? What else do they have to do? What else do they have to do? They made this decision. Let me see if I can find some talking heads here.
As one of our viewers pointed out, Tuesday is Veterans Day.
Oh, Tuesday, Veterans Day?
They'll travel if they have to.
Got to find some talking heads on this one.
Let's see what happens here. Maybe something's going to happen.
Bills queued up and moving forward. A bill, for example, that has very robust snap.
Purple tie.
He thinks it won't pass the House or the President's desk. Well, that's not what the reporting is saying. I've seen all the reporting I've seen says it's going to pass. The House is going to pass it, and the President's going to sign it.
If the House doesn't pass it, it's going to be a real headache. We usually have commentators on by now, people. I don't see any commentators. The Philippines has got bad weather. Wow. Typhoon, Philippines.
United Airlines says we thank these senators who voted tonight to advance legislation to reopen the federal government and provide funding for our essential air traffic controllers and TSA officers. That's part of their comment, passed along by David Shepardson.
No talking heads so far, people. Nobody, no commentary yet.
Today marks day 39 of the ongoing government shutdown, and progress is being made in Washington, D.C. right now. Tonight, Democratic senators reached a tentative agreement with Republican senators to end the shutdown. Now, let's see if we can take a live look at the Senate floor right now. A few people are still there. Now, the agreement needs 60 votes to clear the Senate, and then it would go through the House of Representatives. Then on to the president. There is still a ways to go, though, and the process could take a few days, but some senators say this is at least a step in the right direction.
All right, so we got that done. Okay, government shutdown. How about averted? Averted. A-V-E-R-T-E-D. Maybe that would help out. Maybe we can get, maybe Joe Biden can tell us. Nothing. Well, people, we don't have any talking heads.
The Washington Post says a key group of Senate Democrats joined Republicans tonight to advance an agreement to end the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. After bipartisan negotiators struck a deal during a rare weekend session, 7 Democrats and Senator Angus King of Maine, independent, voted with almost all of the chamber's Republicans to take the first step toward reopening the government. This vote, which took 60 votes to pass, which we just saw, is the first of many that will be necessary to pass it in the House. But again, they just got 60 votes, so to pass the agreement in the Senate. It's the first of, they say, many votes that will be needed to pass the agreement in the Senate, but they got the 60 votes now, so.
All right, so this is how it works again. The government will be funded from today to January 30th, 100%. Obamacare, the Republicans will vote on it late December. We don't know what that's going to be. The premiums could go up, could stay the same. Everybody who was fired due to the shutdown will be rehired and get their money back. TSA, air traffic controllers, people like that, they'll get their money back. They're waiting on the House. According to the information I've had the last 3 days, shouldn't be a problem with the House. The House, although you got a holiday coming up, you can guesstimate the House won't vote till probably Wednesday, and after that, Trump will sign it. So sometime in the middle of next week, we should be back in business. But we're on the road to success. But I will cover it from what I can see. I'm gonna cover it live to see what the House vote would be. But yeah, this is big. This is big. We'll see. And I'll probably do a follow-up video tomorrow because I want to find out who said yes and who said no. And we'll go from there. See what this guy is saying again.
Democrats agree to end the shutdown. President Trump has appeared skeptical.
Yeah, what happens after January 30th? They got to keep voting. That's the bad thing. They got to keep voting. Yeah. They have to literally get together. So in other words, you have 50 days before they vote on Obamacare. And then you got 80 days before they take another vote about funding the government 100%. Right now, they're only going to fund the government 50% until over next year, which is sad. So this is one of those, let me patch it up moments. So on the outside looking in, I'm sure the average person would be saying, well, Pearson, this was something just to patch up for the holiday. And I would agree with that. If someone told me that, that's all this was. This was to patch up the holiday. That's all it is. The question is, will they lower the boom after January 1st? Or will they hand us a dove? People who are on SNAP, I got to find out how that works. I don't want to speak too soon. But they got to make a decision on the SNAP benefits again. All that's tied in, you would think, right? Anybody out there know anything about that, how it's tied in? But from my research, it appears that it's all tied in. If you're only going to get half of your SNAP benefits after January, then you need to be saving some money. Yeah, got to get a job. You're right. Whiskey Mike 48, you're right. Got to go get a job. If I'm on government assistance, I'm going to get a job, at least part-time, until they get this totally ironed out. Because right now, I wouldn't trust them. And right now, if I was in any of these people's shoes, when it comes down to healthcare, I wouldn't feel right. I wouldn't feel pretty good about this at all. This was almost like the Democrats said, okay, I'll take it, with no guarantee on healthcare in December. That's the saddest part of this for short term. The other part is that you can make an adjustment because you can go to work, or you can make some type of adjustment, but they got 50 days to make a decision on healthcare. A country with the biggest economy on the planet, we shouldn't be going through this at all, but we'll see. Let me see if we can hear anything here.
Avitract Harks thinks Schumer lost.
There's got to be some spokespeople
Thank
out.
you, Jonathan Sharp, who says, will the elected representative from, where is it from?
Social Security experiment number ends on the number specified for the 6th. Okay. Let me see if you heard anything. I'm praying that this
plans offered under the Affordable Care Act, Republicans have refused to negotiate on the healthcare subsidies while the government is closed. Tonight's bipartisan deal also includes a future vote on healthcare subsidies and the reversal of mass firings of federal workers that have happened since the shutdown began on October 1st, as well as guarantee all federal workers would be paid once the shutdown is over. Republicans have been working with the other side of the aisle as the shutdown disrupted flights nationwide, threatened SNAP benefits, and left federal workers without pay. However, the Democratic pushback is expected. Many Democrat senators are stating the deal is simply not enough.
All of us, Republicans and Democrats, who support this bill know that the time to act is now.
Let me be clear. However this vote turns out, this fight will and must continue. Democrats must fight because of millions of families will lose health care coverage.
Now, the bill still needs to pass the House, which hasn't voted since September 19 and is not currently in session. It then needs to go to President Trump's desk for a signature.
Let's look at that date. She said 9/19. 9/19. So let's speculate right quick. 9/19/25 versus 11. Let's see, 9, 10, 9, 11, 12, or 13. Let's see. Well, that'll be 55 days. 55 days. Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. So, people, it's a wait and see thing. We're at a wait and see moment.
All right, so there's possible here now that the senators have a capped window. I'm reading a little bit of information for further discussion and amendments.
I want to go to a site before we close out. I want to go to government shutdown update. See if they got it. We should have some talking heads by now. But everything I thought has happened. They gotta vote. They gotta vote again in December about health care. The government is not fully funded. It's only fully funded until January. After that, they gotta make another vote. So this is a crippled bill, people. This is a crippled bill. I'm sure a lot of people are swearing right about now because this is just as stressful as nothing, but at least it's something. At least it's something. But to me, they got us through Christmas. That's what they did. They put a Band-Aid on it. And that's terrible for a country as big as this. They can't agree, people. I wish I had some better news. So, look, ain't nothing else popping off. This is it. We've been here an hour and 54 minutes. Appreciate you guys rolling with me, Franchot Blue. But at least we got something out the deal. The guy finally showed up, placed his vote. But I don't like it. You guys, we can take a poll. It's 600 people here. What do you think? Do you like the bill? Do you not like the bill? This is temporary. I'm not talking long term. What do you think? I don't like it. I think they can find money if they really want it, and that put us in this precarious situation. I do think that the rich people should pay more, and I do think that we should halt partial, at least, money going overseas. I really do. I really do. I know there are people overseas that need stuff, but this American First thing got me feeling some type of way, because people are talking about make America first, but it's just lip service when you look at the dollars. It's a lot of dollars, but ain't making too much sense. And we probably need a moratorium on giving for a while. We probably need a moratorium for like 2 years. Cut back at least 50% of our money going overseas, and give it and get our country together. Now, you guys know I did a video. You heard about it earlier. Trump is bouncing around the thing, giving out $2,000 stimulus checks, or should I say tariff checks. That would help out a little bit, but that's like giving somebody some food for 3 months. I'm just throwing an analogy. So let's say food for 2 months. I don't know, whatever. What I'm trying to say is that it's easy to give out things, but it's harder to create a climate where your business is growing. And I've always been for me to have the option to grow, to have a business and make my own money, as opposed to waiting for somebody to give me some money. But I'm sure the majority of people will take the tariff money. It will help spur the economy. You know it will. The average person is going to pay some bills, and that's a beautiful thing. But I want the old America back, the 1960s, the late 70s, where we made money hand over fist. That's what I want. I don't want the 70s with the Depression like Jimmy Carter. I don't want that, but we can do better, people. There's so much money to be made. And again, I don't like this bill. I'll take it because it gets us through. But if I was in their shoes when it came down to health care, I would be very disappointed with this bill. And if I'm on SNAP or anything else, the government only being funded halfway, that's a problem. Thank you for the comment. Is that for me? I'm beautiful. Thank you. Is that for me? Thank you. Unless you guys are talking to each other. Thank you. Yeah, I think I don't even like the word funding. I just believe that if given an opportunity, thank you for the compliment. Thank you. If given an opportunity, I think the average person with the right environment, because God has given everybody a skill, I think the average person would like to do for self. There's a lot that happens when you do for self, right? You're motivated. You look forward to something. Your eyes light up like the stars because you see promise in what you're doing. And there's nothing wrong with work. And I would rather for people to take their God-given talents and work and grow their self-esteem and be an example to themselves and to their neighborhood, to their community, and to their children. Getting a hand up is fine, but the $2,000 stimulus check is not going to be enough, because you guys know as well as I do, every other week we're having serious unemployment in America. At some point, it's going to show up in terms of other things. Yeah, I love you too. I love you guys too. But yeah, I just want America to live up to its promise. You know what I'm saying? Because once you understand how the country works, it's like, man, you know, I can really make it. Whether it's making handbags or being a dentist or playing basketball or being a lawyer, whatever skill you have, you put the work in, you get paid. And we shouldn't be in this dilemma where you have that many people dependent upon the government. But it has happened. And hopefully from this situation, if 25% of those people go and get a job, then you know what? That's a good thing. I'm a realist. Everybody can't go get a job because some people are handicapped, some people have circumstances. But at least if 25% of those who can work go get a job because of this, I want to call it a lockdown because it feels like a lockdown. But because of the government shutdown, if 25% of people go to work, that's a good thing. So something good can come out of this. Because I know if I was on the government dole, I'd probably be like, you know what? I got to go get a job. Because you just don't know what they're going to pull next time. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. Well, people, thank you guys for joining me. If you guys want to help the channel, I appreciate it. I'll put that on the, I'll put that up here. You guys can see it on the screen. My videos do not get to the wide audience. I'm sure you know why, because I decode. But this is my information. I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. Also have a P.O. box. If you guys can give a love offering, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. A lot of hard work. I spend a lot of hours every day, do about 3 to 5 videos a day. I might even do one tonight. But people, you guys can spare a few change. I appreciate it. Again, I have Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. Take a screenshot, whatever donation you can send. I appreciate it. One day I'm going to break through that glass ceiling, and I'll get my just due on this internet highway, like everybody else. Well, like the majority of people do. But my channel is monitored. If you are unsubscribed, make sure you're subscribed, because they do things like that. Make sure you're subscribed every day. I do 3 to 5 videos every day. Okay, just type in my name, get it going. Anyway, God bless everybody, and we will see you guys soon. And I'll try to do a live in a few days. We'll see if we're counting on the House to pass this thing, and then we'll be all good. But yeah, we're halfway there, people. So again, we got the guy on the milk carton at the last minute. He saved the day. But yeah, Jesus is real. Get right, stay right, get ready for the flight. Jesus is coming again. Information, revelation, and through prayer, it's about salvation. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. I think you're right. Is that 40 days? Let me look at that, because that's a biblical move. Let's look at that. I thought about that the other day. 10/1/2025 to 11/9. Is that 40 days? Yeah, that's 40 days. That's 40 days. Good catch. 10/1/2025 to 11/9/2025 is 40 days and 40 nights, right? Like Jesus? Yeah. Was it 40 days with Noah also? Yeah. 40 days. Isn't that something? Symbolic. Yeah, they're always throwing biblical, always has biblical overtones lately, right? Good catch. I appreciate it. All right, people. I have not eaten dinner, so I am going to get something to eat. Praise God. You guys have a beautiful number. Beautiful number. You guys have a beautiful evening. I read the numbers. Yeah. You guys have a beautiful evening. And yeah, I've lost my voice. Got to get some tea. I love you guys, and we're one day closer to the coming of the Lord. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, and I can't do it without you. All right, people. God bless you, and we'll talk soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. God bless.